as we begin now with the one, the magician. The magician takes the limitless potential of Source and makes it relative to human. The magician symbolizes the motive force in the universe, and as human is a microcosm of the universe, in him or her it represents the will. The magician in you is your will. The number one expresses the law of conservation of energy. The magician obtains the keys of alchemy through his understanding of the laws of nature and oneness. His expanded perception and alignment with the will of the one reveals to him the most sustainable and righteous methods of thought and action in order to carry out his own will as it serves the higher path, the royal path. For as our will is in line with the larger plan, and this is a natural process in which we expand every resource, the limitless ideal of divinity that works through you, the miracles that you are to reveal. The magician within is the force which guides us to organize our being in such a way that we become aligned with that which we wish to manifest. The magician remains aware that all of creation is alchemy, the result of the intertwining relationships of the elements. He understands that in order to effectively manipulate his own being, he must have an understanding of the relationships of the elements, as well as thorough understanding of how they operate inside. The elements of earth, air, water, and fire become the guides. These are translated as physicality, mentality, emotionality, and your soul. These are the tools to access as you move through life as a conscious creator. They are the elements through which you channel divine guidance to accomplish your mission, both of today and of the future. Your symbol for earth and physicality along this royal path is the sword, symbolizing the struggles of the material realm and the ability to either conquer or be conquered. Your symbol for air, mentality, is the pentacle, because ultimately your thoughts are what become the things that you see, and your conceptions are inevitably your manifestations. Your symbol for water, emotionality, is the cup. For the heart is the holy grail of our existence. The cup is the container for the water, just as the heart is the vessel for our emotions. When our cup is full, it can spill into others. When our heart is full, it can pour love in all directions. The symbol for fire, soul, is the rod or wand, the Kundalini Shekinah, life force. This energy is said to circulate throughout the spine of 33, Jacob's ladder, indeed, which is like a rod or wand, Caduceus, the fire that was brought via Prometheus to mankind came into and through this kind of root stem. The rod or wand is like a staff which supports the perseverance of the soul, representing the first struggles on the path, and later the wisdom which holds us upright. The magician considers these inherent tools to be all that is needed to accomplish any and all tasks on life's journey. It is how you keep things simple and concise. By keeping things elementary, you create a system which prevents distraction from what is real and foundational. With this manageable system, you will maintain a state of empowerment that is all you need and is always right at your disposal. No matter where you find yourself within the realms of time and space, your tools are always universally accessible. The magician calls upon the air element to get in touch with this mental state. Your awareness that all things begin as thought. This aligns thought with what you wish to manifest. One does not waste thought power on that which does not serve the greater plan, your personal desires. You must know how to eliminate extraneous mental clutter, control the thoughts, and so to strategically organize and program the thoughts as does magician to work for you and ultimately for the one. The magician knows that next, one must integrate the water element with great discernment. As the magnetic power of water uncontrolled may spill over into the mental realm, causing so much more confusion. The magician calls upon the water element to aid in creative pursuits by conjuring the emotions in a way that is precisely aligned to thought. This watery power impregnates intention, magnetizes power to birth creation. The magician knows that when unification of the internal parts, the elements are in accord with both natural and divine law, your potential increases infinitely. The universe is naturally in support of all details of your plan, so long as your plan is built upon its law. If any of our thoughts or actions resist this law, we are only fabricating more self-imposed limitations and obstacles which must eventually be conquered. So, the magician within must very cautiously and intentionally merge these emotions with the thoughts. And once this is done, the process is amplified and the initiation of a particular manifestation is gained. Should these thoughts align with emotions, or should these emotions align with these thoughts? The magician enables emotion to guide to your true feelings. There, you can determine whether or not these feelings serve the highest good and the highest good of all. Then, choose to either shift what you are feeling to find a frequency that is in more support of your plan, or enable the feeling to take precedence, tweaking a part of thought program as it is necessary to the fulfillment of the divine plan. The magician is the vessel that seeks to balance all forces within the one. The magician provides the space for such elemental convergence, and in the matter of the relationship between head and heart, air and water, he knows that one must compensate for the sake of a harmonious alliance with the others in the name of divine order. The magician calls upon the earth element to utilize all that is in the environment for the maximization of potential. You face every challenge. You clear the way for what must be done. You cut the cords to habits and relationships that do not serve the plan. You prepare for what is ahead by strengthening your body and your immune system. You give thanks for your health and honor life by nurturing and caring for your physical being, keeping all somatic systems functioning synergistically. You understand that each part of your inner world correlates to parts of the macrocosmic world. In maintaining your own body, you do your part in maintaining the world. The experienced magician will study both in the earth and in the sky, cultivating knowledge of plants as well as the stars, discovering their wisdom as it relates to themselves. You then amplify these realizations to your reality for the benefit of humankind. You may do so by practicing homeopathy, herbalism, using plants to enhance your experience whenever possible. You may also do so by developing an understanding of the cycles and seasons as they are measured by the stars and enabling you to align with the rhythm of the cosmos. This opens you up to divine guidance and foresight to make the best possible decisions, not only for your future, but the future of all of mankind and of life. The magician calls upon the fire element to light their inner flame, to ignite the soul. The fire element activates inspiration, passion, and determination, which serves to support and amplify the creative process. When we are feeling lazy or a lack of motivation to carry out a plan, big or small, we can call upon the fire element to remind us of the purpose carried within each of our intentions. Fire reminds us of the importance of bringing the soul into all we think, say, and do. When our thoughts are reflecting despair or weakness, the fire of the soul has the power to burn them away, purifying them and replacing them with thoughts of divine purpose and strength. When we speak with holy fire on our tongues, it activates our words, magnifying the power of each breath and each sound. When we act with this spiritual fire as the driving force, our energy is sure to be used most constructively for the highest good of the one and all. Our actions become empowered by the greatest force and all of the courage and confirmation necessary to perform our duties is found present within always. The Hebrew letter Aleph is associated with the magician as it holds a number value of 1. The Aleph is a summary, a symbol which contains all of the wisdom within ARCANUM 1, the magician. Aleph reminds us that our willpower, our sovereign superpower, and our purpose, our soul's genius, to amplify it, apply it correctly as responsible co-creators of this universe, this actualized reality. The pictorial symbol for Aleph is an ox. This denotes strength, leadership. These are truly the markings and the makings of a master magician. And now that we have solidified a relationship with the magician inside, simultaneously we have secured the realizations that we are made of the very elements which are our personal creative tools. We are one with the forces we work with. Choose. The energy we use to create is borrowed, resourced from the infinite source. The more wisely and compassionately we choose to learn to channel source power, the more we gain access to it. We must direct our free will to be in alignment with the will of the divine. When we resist alignment with the will of the divine, we resist our own natural flow of energy. When we align our being with universal truth, we are in harmony with all. When we align our being with universal law, we are entrusted with an enormous power to perform great miracles. Our inner light, as it is connected to ARCANUM 1, is always present and ready to assist us in the pursuit of aligning our will with the divine, so that this co-creation, the will of the divine, may bring all that we desire to life. The inherent wisdom is eager to support us in awakening our awareness to our purpose and putting it into motion. Next we have Tu, which we know as the High Priestess, though perhaps not as the veiled Isis.